hook before the first gen even pops. Trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky's AT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.
Welcome back to Vigo's Court, everybody. I'm your Judge Little Rugard. With me today is Counselor Poggy. I didn't miss the stream. I'm here this time. I'm sorry. I love you guys. We've got another exciting matchup for you guys. This is closing out week 5, isn't it, Poggy? We're 5 weeks. Good grief.
Wait. Can I ask you a question, Rue?
Wait.
I have an important question for you, and this is kind of practical.
Okay.
The first stream that we did today, were you exhausted at the end of it? I felt pretty exhausted.
Just a teensy bit. Just a teensy bit, yeah.
I don't know why exactly, but I mean, it just, something about it kind of got to me. Now, I do have a little bit of a minor announcement that I didn't get the battle card for today. I don't know if it just didn't download for me, and I think Sam's going to be upset with me. I know, but...
How dare you?
On that note, we do have the map. I just couldn't get the battle card to work for some reason. The videos, like, I guess it didn't download correctly. So we're just skipping straight to a map.
There's a mouse on my face.
Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're on Grim Pantry today. Is that right?
We are on Grim Pantry, correct. That is We Can't Loop's home map.
Really?
Fun fact, I actually have the docket memorized, guys, just to tell you now. Anyway, so yeah. It is We Can't Loop versus DHOP, and they're going to be playing on We Can't Loop's home map, the Grim Pantry, with 168 square tiles, 10,752 meters squared, 9 hooks minimum, 14 hooks max, with 1 permagen in the pantry itself. And dear goodness, this map is huge. Not only is it literally like almost 11,000 meters squared, you have a second story area. Like, this map is huge. It is huge. So
how huge is it?
I'm not a huge fan. It is 10,752 meters squared.
All right. Thank you, Rue, for going straight to numbers. Jesus.
Speaking of numbers, what we got for stats? Hold on.
Good segue, by the way.
What is going on here?
Fantastic. B-roll. We're looking at B-roll.
B-roll. Okay, man. These guys are not quite even. It looks like We Can't Loop, I would say, is definitely advantaged just overall. Got better hook differential, better escape percent, better gen percent, better blood points, and a better average score. Like, just across. It's not like massive difference, right? The hook differential, I'd say, was the only thing that's a massive difference. But I'd say they're favored by like 30% there based on the stats alone.
Sure, yeah.
But we will see. We've seen We Can't Loop come out and just, absolutely dominate. We've seen them struggle in some games. So we'll have to see. Hello, Piggy.
Boop. So, guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, 18 and over, we have CDills_9, Ash Black 85, Poggy's in there for some reason, Game Changer 201, Daytara 101, and Killing, we got Goated A. Iverson 3. So that is our squads going head-to-head. We Can't Loop killing first, DHOP surviving first. And they are already ready. They're already going in. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. Let's roll a rules video, I suppose, and we'll be right back. Hello, everyone. We're going to be going over these rules and explaining how they work. So, 2 teams will go head-to-head, playing each role twice for a total of 4 trials. In play order is home team kills, survives, and then kills. In addition, teams get points in the trial for objectives, escapes, and hooks. And Teams can't bring or use keys, iridescents, event items, or add-ons. Survivors can only bring 2 of a perk or item. Survivors can only bring yellow and brown items, and BP bonuses are awarded post-trial. Broken rules may result in penalties or restarts. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching Week 5 matchups with Sample Text versus... Wait, no, that's not right. That's the old one! God damn it, it's supposed to have switched. This is what was happening earlier when I was trying to fix it. I kept on doing that when I was trying to fix it earlier. See, there we go. See, that's what we want. We Can't Loop versus DHOP. We got this, guys. Hopefully it stays this time. It keeps switching for some reason. That's why I didn't want to show it. Anyway, I was like, maybe this time it'll work, and it did not. Ash Black 85 is topped, and Game Changer 201, followed by Seals 9. That's a pig, by the way. Followed by Seedills 9, and then Daytara 101, and the pig sitting happily in the middle of all of them. Go today, Iverson, wearing a fascinating pigskin. He's got that like that weird arm screwdriver thing that she rocks. Probably her best weapon. I rock the regular old-fashioned knife, but you know, that's just me. I'm just classic that way. Anyway, gets a nice hit on Bill, kind of sneaking up on him with their pig ability to stealth around the map. And we're gonna get the look from Bill's point of view as Bill continues to chase, trying to get to the safe-ish palette. Not overly safe, not overly unsafe. If played correctly, he can definitely be just fine there and not have to worry about it. Now we're going to try to get the view again. And we see the... Woo! Lori, you getting stuck on logs. Okay, that is not one of the logs you can loop, Lori, just so you know. That is not one of the logs with a loop on it. I guess I could understand seeing that and being like, is this one of them? You know, but...
I mean, it's not
ideal.
that tall of a log. You should be able to vault it.
You would think, right? But it's not one of those. And he does get the pallet stun on Goated Iverson right there. Very nicely done. Bill's going to continue his way up to the top of this little, I guess, pier, I suppose it is. And I don't know where the pig is. Where is the pig? She seems to have changed targets. Instead, going for Felix? Francis? Sure. I'm going to go with Felix. So Felix is working his way to the top of the Grim Pantry now. Trying to find a way to... Ooh, and a mind game from the pig coming out of nowhere actually gave me a bit of a jump scare. My heart dropped a little when I saw that. I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, madam. And she does get Francis down, Ash Black 85.
Was that hat in time for the Genda Pop or not?
That hat was in time for the Genda Pop, I'm pretty sure. One generator popping just as the hat was placed on the head. It's actually something we've seen happen a couple times. It seems to be that you can get it down just as the strivers complete their first 2 gens in this league. They're pretty quick with the gens, generally speaking. Using that pig's power to get that stealth, this map's perfect for that because of all the tall grass. Makes it difficult to see her and where she is. And we do catch up to Bill, who hasn't been healed yet, which is a scary choice. A difficult thing to accept. That could have been maybe a hit right there. She goes around, tries to get it, and gets the mind game effectively because Bill's not really looking behind him. And that's going to be a hat for Bill and a hook as well. So 1 hook, 1 hat. And 2 gens, so 2 hooks in total so far for Goated Iverson. Hello, Court of the Vigo. Ogward, thank you for being here. How you doing?
I'm going to have that stuck in my head now. 1 bill, 1 hat.
1 bill, 1 hat. 1 bill, 1 hat. 2 by 2
1 box to get it off.
1 box. Oh, boy. So, what the heck was that? Oh, you cooked stew in that. That's right. Now, that's the hag stew. So Bill is still on a hook. Ash Black just now getting off. His hat's already like halfway timed up to like going off. Let's take a look at Felix.
That is tamper timer for you.
No, that's not going to be it. So he's going to have to work his way to better luck. Hopefully he can get there. And the pig continuing to pressure a little bit, I guess, but she's not really pressuring generators. She's just looking for survivors to get. And there she goes. She found Lori and is going to pressure her hard with a nice hit. Work her way to that little shack back in the back. That shack can be pretty safe. There's a couple pallets in there, and if you play them correctly, you can get a stun on both of them, but you can also get mind games, so you do have to be careful because you can't see the killer over this. Now, she does that perfectly, getting that pallet dropped, and she's going to vault over and get down. See exactly what we wanted to see. She played that absolutely brilliantly. Now the killer has to go downstairs and try again. Unfortunately, there's no way in from this direction. She's going to have to go all the way around. And now she goes back upstairs, up the stairs. I think the killer might have gone the wrong direction. Not really sure where the door was in that case. And then completely loses the Lori as she leaves the building, giving her a ton of extra distance. Now she's definitely lost all her momentum that she had. We see Francis losing his hat. He managed to get it off on one of those boxes.
Left.
Yeah, it was pretty close, but not really close enough. Bill's hat has not yet activated. We're still waiting for one more gen to complete. And he does eventually get C-Dill's 9 down, who is going to take a hat as well. And I think there's one more hat left. Yeah, one more hat left after this. And Francis hiding out by the pig, I think, was hoping to maybe get a pallet stun to release it. Ooh, that could be close. Be careful getting too close to that pallet. Ooh, that was risky play right there. He does get C-Dill's 9 on the hook. C-Dill's takes a Styptic agent and unhooks in her face. Oh, that is cold-blooded play right there. He drops the pallet. She's not able to secure a hit on the Francis. And, ooh, Lori getting away, too, with that borrowed time assumption. He assumed borrowed time, which probably was a safe assumption. And she does get away. We did see the endurance effect, I believe it is. And Francis now did take a Styptic agent hit as well, so he is currently in deep wounds. But you can run around forever in deep wounds as long as you're running. And that's totally fine. And once you start walking, that's when you need to mend yourself. Continuing the chase under the Grim Pantry. Going up the top. Gets it on the ramp. A very nice hit. Rear at the bottom of the ramp. And the last hat for Francis. C-Dill's 9's hat is active. And she is already at a quarter of the way on her hat. So one of the things that I found is that if you... Yeah, I had a question for you. I heard that if you interrupt the pig, right? If you interrupt the survivors, the pig interrupts them while they're doing their hat, right? That it actually will make it take longer because they have to start the box over, and that's really what I think you'd want to do is pressure the boxes more. Maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Usually, if you can, keep track of where a survivor is, if they had kept track of where the Adam was, they would have probably gotten them. They should have broke this pallet by now. This is ridiculous that the survivors are getting this much value out of this pallet.
Yeah,
Good grief.
I was watching that vault back and forth, and I'm thinking, at what point do you as a killer go, okay, I'm going to go ahead and kick this now because this is ridiculous? You shouldn't allow that to go more than 2 times, I think. You're like, all right, this is a literal infinite, and you just stop. But then she does get Bill down quick, so that was nice. She did actually abandon that completely, but didn't kick the pallet, which was an interesting choice because they could just go right back there again and start abusing that building one more time. So I would have just gone ahead and kicked it. But she does get Bill down, so it works out. Second hook for Bill. C-Dill's 9 working on the hat. Once again, the hat is pretty far along. Oh, boy. We might want to stick on this for a moment. Let's keep back and forth here.
If that's not the one, she's dead.
Yeah, exactly. If she were to interrupt this...
Oh, Lori, you dead. You dead. Goodbye,
We just watched
Lori.
Lori die early on. That sucks. That sucks. Bye, Lori. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here first.
Well, that's actually kind of insane because she was only 1 hook. 2 survivors are now death hook.
I know.
I think Iverson has at least a 3K here if they play this optimally.
I don't see a world where they finish these 2 gens and get out. They could probably finish the 2 gens and then maybe get a 2 or 3K out of it. But is there a Devour Hope in play? Oh, there is an exposed status happening right now. Yeah.
The bill went down. That's why I was curious because the bill went down instantly because they didn't look injured. So yeah, this is Devour Hope in play. Wow. And
Daytara, worried about Devour Hope, does drop the God Pallet immediately, not really waiting until the pig comes and get her. The thing is, though, I didn't even suspect Devour Hope because these survivors are all still injured, and I was thinking, oh, they're just not healing, But no, they're not healing because Devour Hope's in play. They're like, no, they want to get that out of the way. They did get a totem, but it was not the Devour Hope totem. It was possibly Undying, keeping Devour Hope alive. And that is down for Ash Black, and that would also be 3rd hook, by the way.
When the Kate was looping up by that pallet for the second time, we were talking about them not kicking the pallet and getting a lot of value for survivors for it. When they dropped down, Bill was healing the Adam, and I don't think got him fully healed, and went to go take a hit, and then got instant downed. I think that's when it happened.
That actually makes a ton of sense. And yeah, we do see Francis now getting hooked. Last time for Francis, Ash Black dead on hook. And 2 generators still remaining, 2 deaths. One of them to a lovely pig hat. And we're going to see if he can also get down Game Changer and Daytara before these generators finish. I think it's pretty much a GG at this point. I don't really think there's much they can do. But it depends on how long they can bait a chase with the pig.
There we go. Finally kicking that pallet. Good grief.
Right? I was gonna say, like, as soon as I saw him start kicking, I'm like, oh thank God. Okay. He's not see, like right there. If Kate had managed to hold the pig's attention for a little bit longer, Bill might have actually gotten that gen done. And they may have actually been able to break up a potential 3 gen and actually get the last one done if they were sneaky enough.
I think she's going to go right back to it. They might be committing to the Bill here, but I guarantee you that Kate's going to go finish that center gen.
I would agree with you. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear that one go in just a moment if she doesn't interrupt. She's not interrupting. She is instead taking the down on Bill, and that will be a death hook on Bill and Kate.
Oh.
Not actually doing the gen. So I think she's looking
Might
for,
be looking for
Hatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And did she find it? Wow. I'm not really sure, but she is hiding out in a locker. So I'm not sure if she found Hatch or not, but she is hiding in a locker, which tells me she saw it and is hiding nearby it, quite possibly. We'll see. Hiding in a locker, though, always a little bit risky, especially if Hatch is nearby, because a lot of killers will check that. But let's see. Now, I don't think she actually saw where Hatch was. Now, she is actually still looking for it. Let's see who finds it first. This map sucks for finding Hatch. Let me just tell you.
Oh, man.
I've had so many games where I've tried to find Hatch on this map and been walking around for like a solid 7 minutes being like, okay, is this really the game right now? Or... like
yeah, exactly. Oh goodness, because it can spawn in literally the corner of the map, and this map is huge. Just and what's even worse is it's really hard to see it off in the distance because of how the ambiance looks.
Ooh, she spots some track marks, which means that she may actually get the down and the kill before Hatch even comes into play. So let's see. She may have lost it here. Ooh, and she runs right into her face. Unlucky for Daytara 101. The only choice now is if she happens to find the Hatch and happens to get out, but I don't think it's going to work. Was that a balanced landing play? Maybe getting some extra distance, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. She can get to this building, but the Hatch Hatch isn't over here, I don't think. Ooh, laggy lag. And once again, another pallet dropped over here, but that's going to be GG's right there. Daytara 101 going down. And that is a first hook, 1 hook death for Daytara 101. And I don't think Killer is all that concerned about finding the Hatch, so not even really too worried about that.
A couple seconds to go find it. They've looked at part of the map. They got a bit while she goes to death.
But it seems like he's not really concerned about it. But he does actually find it. Look at where this thing is. Why is it back there?
Word.
I don't understand this game. Why was it back there? What kind of spawn location for Hatch is that? It's absurd.
That's
yes, thank you, Iverson. Appreciate the love. Thank you, brother. Wow. Jeez. What a bunch of trolls.
Iverson is in fact goated.
Yeah, he's very good. That was some great pig play. There was some questionable moves, but ultimately it played out really well for him, so I can't beat up on it. I mean, he got a lot of hooks. He got a lot of work done. It seemed to work out very nicely, and the build was nice. I really liked that build. I probably would have swapped out Hex Ruin for something like, I don't know, like Pop Goes the Weasel or something. Maybe that's just me, because Hex Ruin did go down pretty quickly, but I mean, it worked out, so it wasn't too bad. Maybe even Haunted Ground in place of Hex Ruin, just to add to the pre-early game exposed status with Devour Hope. So you get that exposed on Haunted Ground if it goes down, and Dying goes down right away with Haunted Ground, and then you get that exposed status for like a full minute, and then you get a hook or two, and then by that time you're about close to 3 hooks, which gives you the Devour Hope stacks enough to get back to exposed status. So it's almost like they're just constantly exposed throughout the game, and that's one of my favorite ways to play it. But he did get some value at Hex Ruin, not a ton, but it did work out, so I'm not going to beat up on him for it. And then, of course, we see Created Gears and Tampered Timer.
Personally, I think I'd agree. I'd go with Haunted Grounds over Devour Hope, I think, because you have a pretty good chance. Your rune's not going to get cleansed first. What?
I would have said Haunted Ground over Ruin. I didn't say Haunted Ground over Devour Hope. Yes.
Really?
Keep them exposed constantly.
Oh, okay.
Haunted Ground goes, then Devour Hope is still up later. So you get those, like an early hook from Haunted Ground. You get 1 or 2 hooks from that. And then from that, you have Devour Hope at 3 stacks very quickly. So then you're back to exposed as soon as Haunted Ground's over. That's what I was saying. Now, your way works too. I've seen it done your way too, where it's Ruin, Undying, and Haunted Ground. That also works.
Mm.
But I was just saying that's not
they just
what
make
I
sure,
said.
because if they cleanse Haunted Ground, it's a nightmare because they're going to deal with 2 Haunted Grounds, and it feels so good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go into the post-game review, I think, and we'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're here watching Week 5 Max-ups? What am I saying? Matchups, We Can't Loop versus DHOP. Thank you all so much for joining us this fine Sunday Eve. And this is your trial number 1 post-game review. This is what you witnessed, folks. 3 generators getting done with how many escapes? Yeah, 0. Nobody got out, unfortunately. And we saw a total of 9 hooks. 3/4 of the total hooks you can get in the game with 4 kills. Very nicely played by the Pig. Expert Pig games for sure. 25-8, We Can't Loop, winning out in trial number 1 and leading going into trial number 2. And we'll see if they can hold on to that momentum in trial number 2 as they switch sides now. We Can't Loop will be surviving. Did I say that backwards? No, DHOP will be killing. We Can't Loop will be surviving. I did say it right. Say it right. Okay.
Yeah, you got it right.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh, man. This game was spicy. Iverson had some serious pressure. And sure, they only got to use Devour Hope for a little bit. But honestly, I think making the Survivor search for Devour Hope kept those final 2 gens from being done. Because they almost had that second to last gen done. That was very close to being completed. If they had spent less time trying to find that Devour Hope totem and getting it out of the game so they could, not be like just slaughtered brutally, I think they would have had a chance. But, oh, man. And then, yeah, Lori Seedills, that's just so unfortunate. It feels bad when you finish your 3rd box. And you're like, okay, cool. Go. And you're like, okay, I can get my hat off. 3rd one finishes. It's not off. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm dead here. Oh. Man, we've seen so many Pig hats just completely switch a game's momentum. Because I think Survivors, for the most part, had a good job resetting. Despite the fact that Pig held pressure, we expect for the first, 4, even 5 minutes of the game for very few gens to be done against a Pig because you want to give your Survivor team a chance to get the hats off. And so after that, I was expecting to, swing back, Survivors reset, they get the gens rolling again. And then one of their Survivors, who was only first hook, just gets removed from the game. And it's like, oh, this took on a different dynamic very quickly. And oh, man. It kills me because despite the fact that they just didn't care about this palette and the chases around the area were not very efficient, it just didn't matter. The Survivors were just never able to regain the upper hand, and I don't know exactly how. I guess we didn't switch around too much, but they were doubling up on gens a lot, I think, which might have been the downfall. They may have split up a bit more, but I really can't tell. I can't tell specifically what might have been what caused this to flip inside of the Pig so much besides, the hat kill. Because we've seen teams come back from getting a hat kill early in the game. That happens, but Survivors just weren't able to reset. I'm really surprised. We've seen Pigs on this map a lot too, and I think Pig is actually a pretty fantastic choice on this map, just because of how far you don't need to take the extra box. Like here, we saw them take Tamper Timer and the add-on that makes it take longer for you to take your hat off, and I think that's correct here. We've seen this multiple times. I think this is the 3rd time we actually might have seen it on this map specifically. Because the gens are the hat boxes are oftentimes pretty much in 4 separate corners of the map, and this map being so huge, just crazy. Also, I don't know how Kate gave the Pig the loops here, but it was really funny because they just got turned around. But oh man, well done, Iverson. Well done indeed. Fantastic 4K, and I'm really surprised too.
No, I really like this game overall. When I looked at this game, as far as I'm concerned, there were some mistakes from the Pig, but in general, everything was held together nicely by the synergy and the perks and the synergy with the Pig's ability, and it was just very well thought out and well played.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I think it was a really well done job. I think they had a game plan coming in. They executed it well. And they even got their add-ons to do the job for them and get this Lori out of the game. Just really, really good showing. I am very curious to see how DHOP answers this showing, because this is 25-8. That is a really, really good score for We Can't Loop to go, give their Survivor team. Iverson gave his team a huge momentum boost going to this next game. We'll see if they can continue it, because as the joke goes, We Can't Loop can most definitely loop. We have seen
Yeah,
it plenty of times.
Their namesake is a complete lie. It's literally their name is literally a mind game.
Mind gaming you
Look at that
before you
hat.
even enter the match.
Speaking of mind games, that hat play though. That hat.
Oh,
Oh, man. Feels so bad.
Brutal. And see, the crazy thing is, they could have done the same to Ash Black, because they were heading towards, I think, either their third or fourth box, and were almost again. They got their hat off with 15 seconds to spare. If the pig at any time went and slugged them off of it, or chased them, they were dead. At any given time, if the pig had made contact with Ash Black while they were getting that hat off, Ash Black would have been the first victim to the hat, not the lorry. But that's the way it goes. And I'm kind of surprised, because usually when you take a build like this, you kind of play into that mentality of, hey, I've got, 2 hats that are active right now. Let's see if I can go check my box and see if I can harass one of these survivors, chase them off real quick, leave them slugged somewhere, make them waste, an additional 5 to 7 seconds to get back to the hat box, and, make them waste even more trying to get it off. Ah, man.
Would I be right in saying that Lori could have
Hmm?
survived if they had just given her the time to do 1 box before they finished the gen, right? I mean, that
Correct.
seems like the right thing to do. Like, give her the chance to at least get through or start one of the boxes. It seems like that's just something they didn't do. They weren't too keen on, and they finished a gen. She hadn't even started a box yet, and then that's why she wasn't able to. They were hoping the RNG would work in her favor, and it just didn't. And I guess that's a risk you take when you do that. That's the way you play it.
Yeah, the way this is timed, if you look at the way the boxes are spread out across the map, if you are actually one of those unlucky survivors that gets the 4th box to be your hat, you're kind of screwed. You got 2 minutes to get it off, and you've got something that increases the timer. It takes. I need to actually go back and look at the math, but I think it takes almost 12 to 15 seconds to pull the hat off to go through the process of the box. That's literally almost a minute spent total just to get the hat off at the actual box doing skill checks, let alone the time it takes to run across the map. And you see how far, look at that. Look at that box in the corner of this map. That is disgusting to run to. So yeah, no, if you want your survivors to live, you definitely have to give them the chance to get 1 box set before you get the gen done. And they didn't do that. Because even over here, even if these 2 are the closest ones, and even then, that's not a walk. That's a hearty jog across the map to get there. So,
absolutely,
really
and
unfortunate.
that's,
really unfortunate.
That is a problem for sure. But they did what they did. 8 to 25 is not unrecoverable for DHOP, but it will definitely be difficult to come back from it. And we'll see if they're able to. We don't have yet an invite. I did get an invite, but then I lost. I think they're having some lobby issues at the moment, so we're basically going to sit on the.
Lobby issues in Dead by Daylight. Yeah. Bite your tongue.
We're going to sit on these clips a bit longer as we try to get the lobby sorted out, folks. Sorry about that. We're working on it right now, and we will get there in just a moment, I think. Speaking of which, what's chat going up about? Let's see. Totem builds are high risk, high reward. I think I would agree with that.
True.
That's a very, very well put. And there's certainly a lot of high reward. I think totems, though, like Rue was saying, he sent me a video from Otofi, which, of course, I probably would have seen it anyway because I'm subscribed. But I liked that video where they talked about the fan-made totem idea. There was a lot of good in it. There's certainly a lot of questionable things, too, but, I mean, those things could be sorted out by a team of people who could figure it out. I just don't know if we're ever going to see any rework to totems like that. I would like to, but I don't know if we will.
Do we accept the bribe from Chicken Pickle TTV?
Absolutely
what say you,
not.
Poggy?
No, not with a name like Chicken Pickle. No.
No? Bribe is
Get
not
a better
accepted?
name,
Okay.
and then I will accept your bribe. I'll take your bits, though. I'll take the bits, but I don't accept the bribe. I'm just taking your money, and then you don't get anything out of it. No bribes over here. I am... What's the word? I cannot be manipulated by bits. Okay,
Also,
I think
to be
we
fair,
actually have a lobby. There you go.
Okay,
Finally
I
got
think
a lobby going.
one other thing too that is surprising to me is this map is actually kind of a risk for totems. Just a teensy
Yeah, it
bit. There are
is.
some totem spots that are like really open.
But
There are some totem spots that are like really open.
it can also be really good for totems too. It depends. I mean, it is RNG based, but it also, if they're hidden well and they're in the good spots, it's hard to find them because this map was just insane with the stuff hiding on it. It's pretty nutty sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So we got, who is that? Nordic hippie is killer?
That is Nordic Hippie. Yeah, I'm trying to. There we go. Nordic Hippie and Mr. What's It To You, Chicken Pickle, and Techno Banger. We're missing one player. Unless they want to just kick two of them out and 1v1 at a cowshed, and we could do that, of course. But we are still missing someone. So we'll see if they can come in a second. But we'll go back to clips for a little bit until we get the lobby completely sorted, and we'll be right back. Hang on, folks. We know it's taking a while. We're sorry about that. It's just Dead by Daylight problems. You know, we just deal with what we got to deal with over here. How you doing? How you doing, brother? Oh, you're talking to server. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, oh, I'm doing great, thank you. But that wasn't at me. Kind of like earlier,
Wow.
Rue was talking to like who was it? You were getting coffee from someone, and I'm like, "Oh, you're welcome,
sister,
Rue."
yeah.
And it was like, "Yeah, your sister." That's what it was. And I was like, "Yeah, you're welcome." And he's like, "Well, I wasn't talking to you." I'm like, "Jeez, cold." Guy's got ice on his shoulder.
It was cold like my coffee.
My coffee's gone. I don't know. It's probably still warm, being that it's inside of me.
Oh, well then, tell me more, Poggy.
I don't think I want to,
don't.
but yeah, it wasn't. I think that was probably the end of the conversation. Right there, I love that play right there where the pig gets the smash in the
Iverson
face.
says that he is in the lobby, but you can't see him.
Well, okay.
That means the lobby's probably broken, but you can try and rejoin. Maybe, I don't know. Who would have? Come on, it's Dead by Daylight. There's no lobby issues.
All right, I'm gonna try to rejoin on them. Let's see if I can make it work. All right, we're rejoining. We're gonna see if it's working this time, and then, yeah, I don't know. Something weird's going on. God, I cannot talk. My coffee is not kicked in yet, I think is what it is. I drank it before the stream, but it needs like a good 10, 20, 30 minutes before it's ready. I still don't see him, by the way. No, he's still not in here. I joined literally on him, but he's still not in here.
That's weird. That's very weird. I mean,
we need to get the message across to production, see if they can help us get it sorted, because I can't communicate with them.
I can go dip and talk to them real quick and come back.
Yeah, that's fine. Go right on ahead. Sorry about this, folks. We're just, I don't know. This is weird. I joined on Iverson and he's just not there. I don't know what's going on. Can't really do much about it, though. How am I doing, Poggy and Rue? Well, I am okay. I can't speak for Rue, although if I did, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. Rue's fine. See? There you go. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well tonight, my friend. Sorry for the troubles tonight, guys. Hope you're enjoying the stream, though. Just hang in there. We're trying to get it sorted right now and see if we can't get this game moving along. It may be the case that it's just the lobby looks broken, and then once we're in, maybe he'll be in there. I don't know. Maybe we just try to ready up and go. I'm not sure.
Sam said that he's going to get everybody on the game side to get their client reset, and you need to reset your client as well, because it could be anybody's problem. Lobby issues happen like this, but no one knows what client it is, so.
All right. Well, my client's resetting.
All right, cool.
Hang in there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in a little bit.
What? Which reminds me,
guys, we are loading in again. Hopefully, I don't know if this is working this time, but I am here. Rue is here, and we're back for the moment. And I think Rue, you wanted to say something? I can't hear you. What the hell?
I was just Oh, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one of the things the devs talked about almost 2 or 3 weeks ago now was they are planning on doing some kind of feature where you can save your builds. And I think that is going to make lobbies go so much faster. Because you don't have to load in. It's like, oh, I have my pubs build on. Hold on, let's coordinate what our builds is. You have team meetings beforehand to have your builds preset. Like, okay, we're going with build loadout 1, build loadout 2, build loadout 3, and you have these compositions preset. And it just makes everything so much faster. I think I can't wait for that feature.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, that's a good. I mean, that's pretty standard in a lot of these PvP type games where you have preset saved builds and things.
Loadouts.
Seems odd that we're waiting that long to get it, but I'm happy to see it come anyway.
For sure. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get at this point. Oh, man. Good old lobby simulator. Oh, well. So,
what is this
are you ready
poll?
for the update Tuesday?
What? Okay, who put this poll up? Did Poggy sabotage the lobby? Who put that up?
I'm voting on this. I am definitely voting on this.
What do you don't participate and don't feed the trolls.
Wait,
Our
hold on.
moderators are
Rugard
trolling.
is sus? Excuse you. Bite your tongue, chat. How dare you?
That actually seems to be
dare
the majority
you?
answer too. I'm voting for that
What?
one also because you are pretty sus.
What? Wow. Okay. I see how it is. I don't feel welcome here anymore. I feel unappreciated and I'm hurt. And so I'm going to leave this to Poggy. Bye, everybody.
You're gonna do what? Okay. Well, I guess I'm all by myself again. It's taking me back to earlier. Well, you know what's interesting? I just got an invite. I don't know if you guys saw that, but then suddenly not in the lobby once again. I don't know what's going on. Rue doesn't seem to understand that nobody can hear him but him right now, so... oh boy. I brought you back, okay? Are you happy?
Goodness. You should have left me where I
8.
was, Poggy.
You're the winner. Rugard is sus, for sure. All right, let's get back to Dead by Daylight. We're going to try.
my
I'm
word.
still trying. We're trying to get to the lobby. This is taking forever, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Ah, man. Lobbies be lobbies.
Oh my god. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen. I got some spectacular news for you. You'll never guess what it is. We've got a frickin' lobby.
Oh, man. Oh, baby.
Oh, it's
That's
spicy.
a beautiful sight.
They are on
That's a
there. I can
beautiful
see everyone, and we may have solved the problem that we were running into. I'm happy. I'm so happy. We get to actually play the game. I'm sorry to everybody for the trouble. It's late. We did an earlier stream, and we had a long gap in between, and we're getting a little bit tired. We're not trying to be boring or nothing. It's just it's been like 20 minutes sitting in this lobby. We're not sitcom actors. We only have so much in us. So we're trying, I swear. And then, of course,
Man.
just dealing with it and having to restart the game. Gosh, Dead by Daylight, let's go. Private servers, please. Want to buy private servers? I will pay for a private server. Please.
Okay.
And I would actually,
Bet.
what would really be
I'll
cool,
do that.
a moddable private server where we can actually change the game the way that we want it to behave.
Oh, man.
To whatever extent
I
we
could
can.
I could tweak Surge finally to operate with terror radius instead of 32 meters. I can make it be 12% regression. I can make it a 25-second cooldown.
It's not quite what I was getting at, but what I meant was something like we could implement our own scoring system into the actual game itself, you know, so that way we don't have to keep score, you know. But one can
with
dream.
a private server, you can do API.
Yeah, one can dream.
That'd be pretty sweet. Can you imagine making objective, like, if you cleanse a totem, it's a point for your team or stuff like that? That'd be kind of cool.
That would
Like,
be
make
pretty
extra
cool.
objectives.
Yeah, so you could do. Well, it would. See, that would be weird though, because that's not really an objective. But I see what you're getting at. I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, it would have to be like, maybe those are points you can take from the killer by allowing them to get totems or something. I don't know. It's not really anything serious that we're talking about. It's all hypothetical, but.
It would be something to make it a little bit less lopsided towards the survivor area. Because, like, again, at top tier play, you really can't get more than a 2K without taking, one of the top 5 killers. But if you negate that by, making the survivors have to do extra objectives just to get out with, a decent amount of points, it could kind of balance out a little bit for the less than, good killers.
Increase gen time.
Yeah, or something. Oh, geez. All right, guys. It takes now 250 seconds of holding M1 to get a gen.
I was thinking more like, 100 add 20, I don't know, or something like that. Jeez, wow. You went a little over.
Oh,
250? The hell? 80 on default.
It's fine. It's fine. Good survivors can hold M1.
I mean,
it's
I
not
can hold
difficult.
M1. I'm not even a good survivor, and I could do it. So. No, the issue, actually, did you see Scott Junn's video talking about this? He was actually talking about additional objectives. I thought that was really cool. And one of the objectives would be like, the generator goes really, really slow, like we were saying, like 120 seconds by default, like really slow. But there are like other items around the map that'll highlight when you touch the generator, and it'd be like a gas can or a screwdriver or something. And if you go and get it and risk going out there to go pick it up, it'll increase the gen speed slightly. Like you'll get back down to normal speed. But you have to risk going out to find the item and bringing it back to the generator. And you can only use it on that generator. So if you try to use it on another one, it would just respawn back where it was. Like the entity would take it back or something like that.
Interesting.
Neat idea. Neat idea. Needs tweaking, but neat idea for sure.
Okay, interesting. I like that.
Did I say that right? Is it Scott Jund? I've
down.
heard people say it that way before. I don't know. Scott Jund, I thought is what it was, but I'm also really derpy, so it could be anything.
I'll have to go check that one out. I don't remember that specifically, but I have heard that tossed around before. Interesting.
Well, we're just waiting on the killer right now. Everybody's rated up except for our killer, Nordic Hippie, who is still kind of loading. I'm going to try to get his attention by doing the old switcheroo. There we go. Let's see if that gets his attention that we're waiting. There he goes. He rated up. So I think he was just sitting there going,
there we go.
I guess we're waiting for them to... No, he wasn't ready. And that's what it was. All right. Wake up, guys. Let's wake back up. I need a gavel.
Wake up. Oh, man, right? I want a gavel.
We'll be
Gavel
right back
high five.
after this. Watch the lobby crash. Oh, God, did I just jinx it? We're going to be looking at how the game works from the killer side. Now, killer points. Each survivor is worth a total of 6 points per survivor. First hook is 1 point, second is 2, and third is 3 points. Progressing is only 1 point. Killer bonus points. Every 5,000 blood points is 1 point. Getting to hatch first is also 1 point. A killer can only be used a total of 3 times in the season. Killers have a 150 millisecond ping limit. Also, should a reset occur, the killer and perks must remain the same. Bringing the wrong map is a forced reset, and minus 10 points. Bringing a killer a 4th time is 10 points off, and changing a build after is also 10 points. Not being on the roster is a 5 point and a reset. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are watching Week 5 matchups with We Can't Loop versus DHOP. And look at that. It didn't switch my battle card again. God, why was it doing that earlier?
Oh,
anyway,
no.
we're back in here again, and DHOP is killing this time with We Can't Loop as killer. And yeah, they picked the right map. We don't have to reset. Thank goodness for that. And a hag. Oh, they brought hag home. They brought the hag home, Rue. This is the hag's home map, if you didn't know that. This is her swampland. It's where the whole idea comes from. Muddy swampland, muddy traps. That's how it works. And she gets spotted early, which actually not a good thing for the hag. She definitely wants that early setup time. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing either. The hag can still effectively use this time if she just ignores survivors. But if the survivors see her placing traps, it's very possible they could start getting rid of them. Now, he does have 5 traps down already, which is good. He got a quick 5 trap, and he's using my 2 favorite add-ons, the necklet, or circlet, I think, and the dried cicada. So both of those basically increases the distance to which one can teleport and increases the speed at which one places traps. As we see there, the yellow indicates it's going much faster. At default speed, it can be really slow. With that faster speed, it can make chases a bit more intimidating because the hag can actually just place it really quick and then continue the chase. And we kind of saw that there, actually, with Ace taking a hit inside this little pier with 5 traps in his hands. I was going to say 4 on the ground, but now 5. So he, using the traps effectively already, getting a nice hit and able to secure that, but not a down, unfortunately, with the generator completing. And now getting caught in with Steve, as Steve's going to continue to chase around the killer shack. And a nice whiff, an interesting 360, baits another swing at the window. Wow, Steve, what are you doing to this hag?
That's toxic.
I would have held onto that. Like, even if Steve was going to vault that, there's no way that he was actually going to get through there before you could have actually continued hitting him around either the window or the pallet around the other side. Claudette tripping the edge of the trap, though, very nicely, and Steve kind of doing the same with his flashlight, getting rid of it. They're abusing this hag right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. Make it stop. Make it stop.
Okay, so I keep seeing yellow things highlighted. Are these guys running windows of opportunity?
Very possibly, actually. Windows Opportunity, I think, is a really strong perk. I really do. A lot of people would disagree with me, but information is huge in this game. I love Windows Opportunity. I don't know. These guys are toxic. They're bringing all the good stuff. Windows Opportunity, we're going to be seeing spine chills probably. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm a little bit nervous for these guys.
Ooh, Iverson.
Goated Iverson gets downed, though, after one more gen's probably about to pop. I'm pretty sure. It was pretty far along. We'll see if it gets finished before he gets the hook. Maybe not. So that'll be a 1-to-1 then. At least for the moment. Now, they might actually finish that gen. Yeah, it's getting pretty close. It's like 90 right now. It should be done just in time. But, yeah, that'll be 3 gens remaining with 1 hook. So, not ideal, but a snowball potential, though. Though, again, seeing the hag place so many traps so close together, this is something that's not ideal. I understand his thoughts. He's trying to place them in, like, specific areas, but at the same time, that close together, you're just going to really struggle. You're going to lose them in chase, and you're only going to be able to teleport to one or the other, unless you have something like Save the Best for last. And Mr. What's Up To You does take a hit on the generator, preventing the generator from getting completed. It was like 80 to 90% done. I didn't see the exact progress on it, but he was able to at least prevent that gen from completing very nicely. And they're probably going to want to work their way back to it. There's no way these drivers are going to let that gen sit and get committed to a chase and not go back and finish it. Somebody's going to go back and finish it. 3 people currently injured, 3 gens remaining, 1 hook for the killer, and they got the unhook safely without the hag pressuring. And wow, they just completely reset with hag having to deal with only 1 injured survivor now, the Claudette. Which, by the way, I'm also a Claudette main on Survivor, so we get to watch my favorite survivor and my favorite killer go head-to-head for a moment. Now, darn, he switches back to Mr. What's It To You. So, we have to watch Felix go up the top of the pier. Or Felix. Francis? Whatever. Anyway, ooh, a nice teleport, but not going to get the hit from that. And a balanced landing makes that negated completely. And Felix gets the pallet out of the way, breaking that chase. And any bloodlust she might have contained in that time is gone. And around this pallet could be pretty safe. Ooh, unless that happens, that takes you on the outside of it. Oh, but she should have just chased around. That was not ideal play right there. The hag could have chased completely, ignoring that trap because it made him turn around. That is called an antelope trap, by the way. Just so you know. That is an antelope trap. When you place it on the outside of a loop and it turns the survivor away from the loop, forcing them away, making them take longer to get there. But she does get the down underneath the outside of the Grim Pantry and is going to get at least a second hook, but another generator completed in that time. And we're going to see now 80% on this.
That's going to be
90%, 80%. Somewhere in there, yeah, 80 to 90%.
Wasted so much time on that chase. Good
That was
grief.
a lot of time wasted. She could have gotten him down much, much earlier there with that that antelope trap. That was a well-placed trap, but she didn't really capitalize on it well. That's unfortunate.
Oh,
that generator
man.
does complete. This one is close, but at the same time, it's near the hook, so it's going to get regressed probably a little bit. But she doesn't have a really strong 3-gen, I don't think. Looking at this one, I mean, they're kind of in a straight line, but given how you have to get back to the one on the top of the Grand Pantry, could make it quite tricky. But the hag, of course, can teleport from generator to generator, so that may be a moot point.
Yeah, you don't have to have a quote-unquote 3-gen with hag, but it helps.
Correct. Yeah, it helps. It's not necessary.
Ooh.
It depends, though, on the map, and it also depends on the hag's add-ons. And in this case, she is running Dried Cicada, so she could probably literally teleport from one gen on one side to the other very easily with that Dried Cicada, not having to worry about it at all. So we'll see if it plays out well for her. It depends also the survivors, whether or not they actually trip the traps that are near the gens. And they're being careful. Look at them walking around. Ooh, and he gets the down on Mr. What's It To You. Very nice. And you do see that save the best for last. That swing is quick. I think that is a full 8 stacks of SFTB.
Yeah,
L.
that has to be. That's a really quick one. Good night.
Ooh. And I think Francis, was it? Ace? Whoever? I don't know their names. He dropped the trap out of the way as well. There was a trap up there. He tripped it as he was going for the unhook, or for the hook on Felix.
That's smart. Break as many traps while they can't teleport.
Absolutely. This is what you like to see. This is what you like to see. They are splitting up on these generators. 3 hooks currently for the killer. Not doing phenomenal, but he does have somebody who is currently dead on hook. Mr. What's It To You, who just came off the hook, will be dead on hook. So if she is able to get that down... Ooh, these gens are getting far along, man. They are getting far along. The progress on these gens is not good for this killer. Mr. What's It To You getting a heal, though, allowing him to reset. And they're on this gen again. Man, this is what the problem is. It's like, even though she has a good 3-gen, with 4 survivors alive, it's just not really possible to truly pressure them. You have to get somebody out of the game, and we are just not seeing that. Ooh, but a nice, nice trap there. But she doesn't take the teleport in time and ends up losing the potential for that ITH. Oh, no. I don't know if this killer's panicking or what's going on, but this isn't really working out for him. Mr. What's It To You does take a hit. Mr. What's It To You is the one she wants. He is the one who's dead on hook, but that generator completes before he's able to get him down, unfortunately. And I think Francis is going to get that pallet out of the way and be able to rescue himself using a Styptic agent to get even more time. You have to be careful. Be careful how you use that. Oh, getting the grab, not going to be ideal unless there's a DS. No DS. No DS. He was hoping the Styptic could protect him, but it doesn't protect you from a grab, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Well played, though, by the hag on that one. That was good. However, is it going to be enough? I don't think so. That'll be only 4 hooks for this killer, and that would be a door open right there for Ace and Claudette, and I think shortly on the way will be Steve, who is probably going to make it there perfectly safely with no trouble at all. The hag could not catch up to that, I don't think. In any universe, it's not going to happen. Yeah, that's a 3-man escape, folks. You saw it here. 3-man escape with a little heal tech at the end. That's so cute. Trying to get the pickup, but not going to be able to get that pickup. Not going to happen. No, 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 no. They're all gone. Oh, she's mad. She mad. Wow. Mad hag. Mad lad.
Well, I mean, you got to say the best for last. You might get lucky. I don't know.
Nah. Not a chance. Not a chance. Not with Ace standing in the way like that.
Oh, man.
I mean, you would have to mess that up pretty bad for that to happen. I don't think that was going to happen. Oh, boy. Yeah, that was not terrible overall from the survivor's point of view. The killer, though, really struggled. Not too great. Only 3 or 4 hooks, I think it was. I can't remember exactly how many. I think it was 4 hooks in total.
4 hooks.
We'll take a look. Yeah, 4 hooks. And we'll see in a second. Let me know, Rue, when the score is done with your nice and happy thumbs up. Meanwhile, this one I'm not so sure about. Agitation, Corrupt Intervention, Save the Best for Last, and Sloppy Butcher. We can talk about this a little bit after this. And, of course, the add-ons. We'll be right back after this with our post-game review. Okay, folks, we are watching Week 5 matchups with guess who? We Can't Loop versus DHOP. And tonight, we are seeing them go head-to-head on Grim Pantry. And this is your trial number 2 post-game review. You're watching Vigo's Court. We saw 5 generators get done in this trial with a total of 3 escapes. Only Steve Iverson dying on hook with 4 hooks from the killer. Not ideal. Not horrendous, but not great either with a 1K. It's just not going to be enough, I don't think, for them to really pull ahead. Yeah, We Can't Loop 22 to DHOP's 11. We Can't Loop's going to stay in the lead going into trial number 3 and winning this trial as well. We'll see how they do coming up right after this. Rue, take us through some of these highlights.
From getting spotted early, which is really, really unfortunate for the Hag, like you said, you don't want to be found out early. Again, I know we disagree. I like Corrupt Intervention on Hag. It just really sucks that they ran into our web so early. She really didn't get enough, setup time. And also, hang on.
I wasn't sighing because of Corrupt Intervention. I was sighing because the build doesn't really seem to have synergy, and it's just like it almost feels like just here's a perk that does a thing, here's a perk that does a thing, and here's like Agitation's a weird one, but it doesn't seem like there's any synergy within the build, and that's why I think she struggled. But go ahead. I don't want to interrupt too much.
What I will say is, Agitation, I understand, your weak point is when you're carrying the survivor, that's when people go and, pop the most traps. It doesn't mean you want Agitation. I can understand, the idea for it, but no. That said, I would have preferred maybe even nurses in that spot. I think Sloppy and Save the Best for Last is fine. You're a slap hag. You're a slap happy hag at that point, and you can get some advantage out of it because, people are running to the traps they just hit me. I can run and hit this trap, and then they're already on you and hitting you again. So you can get some really quick ITHs when you play that properly. But, just didn't quite make it work out. They had some good hits here and there, too, and some good pressure here and there. Just, I don't know if they figured out where they wanted their 3-gen to be. They never really seemed to settle on a 3-gen area, which is really what we really want to do as Hag. And I didn't see them try and set that up anywhere at any time. So that might have been a downfall. I don't know exactly. That gen popping back there, that's probably a spot where there's a really strong 3, even 4-gen area, and they just didn't utilize it. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know. It doesn't help that they brought a flashlight. Honestly, the fact that Iverson had a flashlight and you knew this in lobby and you did not take Franklin's is astonishing to me. Because they made quick work of a lot of her traps. We constantly saw Iverson, clicking at the traps and setting them off. So I would have brought Franklin's personally when I see that someone's bringing either that or switch killer. Don't play Hag if you see a flashlight. Either bring Franklin's or don't bring Hag. It's just not a good time. You're going to have a bad time against the flashlight. So a couple things went wrong. And again, this is We Can't Loop's home map. I know for a fact they have practiced the mess out of this map. Even when I played them in the preseason, they had a lot of practice on this map. They know what they want to do, how they want to execute their escape routes and everything. So, man, just rough. Just really, really rough for the killer. Unfortunate.
I would like to give a quick shout out to It's Pug Lover, who says, "Hey commentators, I'm new here and like the content. Thank you. We're glad to have you here. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the highlight in my message." That said, well, I have something I could say, which is, while I do like your idea of the build that you talked about with nurses, if you're going to bring nurses, you might as well bring Monitor and Abuse too, because Monitor and Abuse is going to be that thing that makes nurses have value because you can sneak up on those survivors when you're not in chase. That's why Nurses Monitor is so strong on Hag, because it become this stealthy Hag chase. That's why I use it literally every time I play Hag. I don't think I've ever, since I've tried it the first time months and months and months ago, I just use it all the time now. It's just the best thing ever. I mean, I've used other builds to mess around and try different things like body block Hag and things like that, but generally speaking, if I'm taking it serious, Monitor Nurses combo, it's just devastating. It's one of the dirtiest things there is.
I'm not going to say I disagree, because that is pretty fair. I just, on this map specifically, I don't think you're going to get a lot of use out of Monitor because the map is pretty dang open. And in a comp scene, if there's like open sight, it's not, an indoor map, you're probably going to know where the killer is at any given time anyway. It's just more of a thing where you don't have that knowledge because you're first person. You don't get to, see the map from their perspective. You're also kind of short.
It depends,
Hag's not not tall.
Because you can actually play it stealthy, because you can hide in the grass, you can stay along the sides of objects and keep yourself out of line of sight. If you know what you're doing. Hag is short. She's not going to be seen over most objects. So, I mean, she's actually tall, but she hunches over. So, I don't know. I'm torn on that one. I could talk about that all day. I've had great success on this map, even against comps, so I don't know that I can necessarily agree. However, we're about to go into the game right now, so trial number 3
Already?
about to begin. Yeah. Well, they do stay on the same side in the same lobby, so not too difficult to deal with. Oh, boy, guys. What are we doing here this late? I'm getting sleepy. I think I didn't really get a lot of sleep last night. I struggled. I was too excited about all the stuff that's been going on this weekend, and I don't really want to get into the details, but there was some really cool stuff happening over the weekend that we had. Some great ideas happening, and just a lot of fun overall. And we're about to get into the game. As soon as the game lets me push buttons again, there we go. And that is going to be a Clown from Nordic Hippie. Ooh, I don't know about Clown. I don't know about Clown on this map. Maybe. Rue, what do you think about this? First impressions.
This might be a burn killer, or maybe they're secretly a Clown main. I don't know. Let us see.
I'm hungry now. Careful. And he gets the hit on the techno banger right away, and might actually be able to get an early down if he plays this right. Now, that is a pallet he can use to drop, and he is probably going to stay right inside of it very carefully, trying to get that extra speed boost with the speed bottle, but it doesn't really work. She does get the stun. Very nicely done.
I appreciate what he just tried to do. I appreciate that.
I do too. I do like that. That was really smart way to use the bottle. I've not actually seen that a whole lot. And in fact, the last Clown I think we saw was yesterday, and I don't think we saw him once use the speed bottles. That was very wise indeed. However, decides to abandon chase with Technobanger, so that early hit's probably going to mean nothing other than a little bit of slowdown because you'll have to heal up. But otherwise, I think we're going to see him continue chase with Steve. It's interesting to me that he would commit to Steve at the strong killer shack, but deny the chase with Claudette. I'm not sure about the decision, but let's see if he's able to make something of it. There is another pallet over here, so he is going to try to drop that one as well. And another stun as well. My goodness. Steve, you're dirty, Steve.
They might be trying to get as many pallets out of the way.
Maybe. And a gen does complete, so maybe he's just trying to eat pallets. That's very possible. That's very possible. I don't want to count out anything. I don't want to count out any strategies here. It's quite possible that he just wants to get pallets out of the way and just continue to pressure. That way, maybe towards the middle end game when there's fewer pallets, he can actually get, stuff out of the way. But, these survivors, though, pressuring gens like crazy. 2 generators completed. Another pallet out of the way and gets the stun. Yeah, in my opinion, I would probably be a little bit more careful about taking too many stuns, though. I would try to avoid, if you're going to want to eat pallets, try to avoid the stuns. Because obviously you're going to be dealing with a lot of time loss from that, and you can just get the kicks, get it out of the way. However, goes up to the top of the little pantry and gets a hit on Chicken Pickle TTV Ace, who makes his way out of that building secretly and isn't able to get pressure from the Clown. Steve, however, does take yet another bottle, but he's fully healed. Was he injured? Yeah, he was injured, right? Yeah, so he's fully healed already. So. It just happened so fast that I'm still in shock about how quick that was. And now chasing Steve again around Killer Shack, but as we talked about, there is no pallet here. Ooh, and a quick and quiet play, almost got away with it, but Clown turns and sees the scratch mark, sees Steve not there, and goes, he's got to be in there, and Steve gives him a basement for free. Steve, what are you doing, man?
Was that quick and quiet, or was he going for the window and he got locker teched by dedicated servers?
That was quick and quiet. 100% quick and quiet. There was no locker sound at all. I know you couldn't hear it, but there was no locker sound.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I've seen people get locker teched, and it's sad.
I'll give it away a little bit. I don't want to give too much away. He does have head.
I'm sure I know what it is. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And we see Mr. What's-It-To-You taking a hit inside the Killer Shack. Unfortunately, not able to get down there and get the Steve unhooked. And he might actually be able to get him down. Ooh, that bottle kind of missed, though, unfortunately, so may not be able to help him out. He does also have balanced landing, so gets that extra distance that he needs to get away from the clown. And he's going to drop this pallet early, and another clown stun with the pallet.
Lots of
and Mr.
pallets being thrown.
Being careful. Yeah, he's being really careful right here, too. Yeah, they're all being careful. Another generator completes in that time. Steve also got off the hook and out and healed in the bottom of the basement. Now, that means he is going to have the extra time to get out of there. Now, he does try to bait a hit so he can get that momentum to run out of the basement. And then it works perfectly. Oh, but Steve, be careful. That clown didn't really throw that effectively. And again, getting in the locker.
DS?
There it is. A DS play from Steve. Really well done, Steve. That's exactly what you probably wanted to do. I get it. I understand what you're at now. We're on the same page, Steve.
Oh, poor clown.
And Steve working his way up again to the top. Not going to be able to get that window. Tries to bait a hit, but no. Clown turns around and sees him. Waits patiently to get it and gets the down. Very nice. Nordic Hippie. However, how many hooks is that for this killer right now? 2? Only 2 hooks.
That'll be 2. Yeah.
That's with 4 gens gone? And does he even have a 3-gen? Let's try to get a look at it. I don't see.
No.
Oh, does it even matter, though? This gen's basically done. What can he do? He's going over here to pressure it, yeah. Okay, he goes to pressure it. He gets pop, goes the weasel. I guess it's not a complete loss just yet, but I don't see a world where Clown is able to pressure these gens. Let's see, he's got this one over here. Trying to get Clown to turn around. He gets a hit on Claudette. Ooh, another gen way over there. Not too far. It is brutal strength, yes. He's getting these pallets out of the way quick.
Like
That's probably why.
I like that.
Ooh, and then gets the mind game on this unsafe pallet. If I were Claudette, I would have dropped that immediately, but at the same time, it is risky anyway. That pallet sucks. Ugh, I hate those pallets. When you have that long hallway behind you and just a big open area on the other side, it's not particularly safe. And again, another Pop Goes the Weasel. They tapped it, and it's getting Pop Goes the Weasel. Trying to see where the other survivors are, where that generator lies, but I don't see it.
I'd camp Claudette to death right here.
I mean, but that's 2 full minutes of camping. I mean, where's that last generator? They could just ignore this completely and just go straight over to the generator to complete it. I wouldn't camp this. I wouldn't camp this. I would proxy camp, wait for the survivors, which is kind of what he does. He gets a strange hit on Mr. What's-It-To-You. It must have been like just a weird animation, but nevertheless, he did get the hit, and that does give him basically that. Oh no, but Claudette getting unhooked, and he's going back for that, I think.
I would too.
Yeah, I would as well, because you know there's at least 2 survivors over there, because one of them had to get the unhook. So we do see him go back for that. We know there's a Steve there now. He's looking for the Claudette. I think Claudette might be in the locker, maybe? No, okay, she didn't go in the locker. That's just the scratch marks looking like they're on the locker. I hate that. I hate that. It tricks me every time. Oh, but he just finds Steve again hiding with his head on Quake and Quiet. Steve, it hasn't worked once. What are you doing, my man? It hasn't worked. And he's dead on hook, by the way. That is going to be a death for Steve, but not before all the generators get done. So that is all 5 gens done. Only a 1K, but he can pull out, he can eke out another kill. He could potentially eke out another kill. But he's going to have to move quick because they are already getting on gates. And he does exactly that. Pressuring the gate immediately is going to get the hit on Mr. What's-It-To-You. Mr. What's-It-To-You going to go to the top of the Grim Pantry, work his way around, trying to find somewhere safe, using Widow's opportunity effectively, trying to find a good window. Gets down to one right here. Clown's not able to secure anything, using balance landing at the bottom of the Grim Pantry to get some extra distance, and maybe we're going to see the other survivors join in for the chase to try to protect him, but let's see if that's exactly what happens or not. They're both healthy. That would have been the ideal play, but it doesn't happen. Mr. What's-It-To-You goes down before the ramp. That is unfortunate. Oof. Big oof. They're working again on the gates. Claudette not really working on a gate. I don't know what Claudette's doing. Maybe it's 99. No, it's not 99. So I don't know. Get back to work. Is it? Yeah. Get back to work. That's going to be a 1 hook for Mr. What's-It-To-You. 1 hook. And they're probably just going to leave it, I think. Yeah, I don't think they're going for that. Yep. Maybe. They're pointing at him like, hey, our friend, though. He 4%? He 4%ed. What the? What?
What?
Clown is like, excuse me? Hang on a second now. Hang on. Wait. And he has a borrowed time off the hook. Styptic agent. That's right. Bottled time, actually, is a better way of saying that.
Man.
And they're going to come in with a protection. They are. They're going to try to body block him. It seems to be working. Mr. Wasatia might not go down. Oh, he goes down by the exit gate, and he's not going to be able to get him. He's going to end up crawling out if he's not careful. Ooh, a heel tech, though. Gonna protect him long enough. They're heel teching. They are heel teching hard. He does get the pickup, though. Mr. Wasatia, does he have DS? He does have decisive strike, and he's going to get out for free. Look at that, Claudette giving him some BM on the way out the door. That is unfortunate. Wow, what a fantastic play at the end by We Can't Loop. Phenomenal. A 3-man escape. Didn't expect to see that. I expected to see them maybe lose that Francis, but he does get out.
Oh, my word. What a twist.
That was disturbingly disturbing.
That was great. That was fun.
I'm disturbed. So his build really quick, looking at Erder Kippy, he has Barbecue and Chili, Brutal Strength, Pop Goes the Weasel, Save the Best for Last, and then the 2 killer perks, Thick Cork Stopper and Sticky Soda Bottle. I wonder, are there better add-ons that do similar things in green and purple? I think so, right?
For the cork stopper, I don't think there's anything better for the reload time, but for the sticky soda bottle, I think there is. I think there is a better one. I might be wrong about that, though. I think there's one that lets you carry 2. I might be wrong. I want to say there is. I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up real quick.
Well, did you get the score in first? You did that, right?
Of course.
Okay, just wanted to make sure before we start scouring through add-ons. All right, we'll be right back after this as we look at the post-game for trial number 3. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are watching the Week 5 matchups with We Can't Loop versus DHOP. This is the last matchup of this week until we go into next week, Week 6. And this was trial number 3. One more trial remains tonight with 5 gens getting done from We Can't Loop. Fantastic job with a 3-man escape. Some kind of a miracle at the end. I don't know what happened there. And then 5 hooks for the Clown, unfortunately. Not even able to get half of what he needed. But a 1K, not horrendous, not great, somewhere in between, with 22-12, favoring We Can't Loop by 10 points in trial number 3. I think they have a lead now that DHOP cannot come back from as a result.
For sure.
But We Can't Loop leads, and We Can't Loop is convicted of murder at this point, unless something severely bad goes wrong, like bad map choices or something else that makes them have to lose points. But I'm calling it We Can't Loop, convicted of murder, at least for the moment, and we'll see if that changes, but I really doubt it. So we're going to watch the last game in a few minutes. Brew, take us through some of these highlights, would you?
Okay, so real quick before we move on too much, yes, the soda bottle, there is actually a purple one called the cheap gin bottle that is increasing by 2 instead of 1, so probably should have taken the increased capacity. I mean, if we're just talking about efficiency here, but efficiency, that's all. So the build was what? Save the best for last, but brutal strength, Pop Goes the Weasel, and what? What was the other one? I didn't get to see it. I was going through points. Barbecue. Okay. So cool. Unfortunately, you brought Save the Best for last, but who's the person you killed? Your obsession. Not what I would have gone for. Now, yes, it wasn't until you got DS that you got your obsession, but they went after their obsession. I would have changed targets if I was trying to Save the Best for last. I like Brutal Strength. I like Pop Goes the Weasel. I think that's a fantastic combo, especially like in the early game. He made such good use of that. There were 3 pallets down really, really, really quick. And they even tried to make use of the antidote bottle. I appreciate that. So I would say they're trying to get as much value out of Clown as you possibly can, but they didn't really try and secure a 3-gen. I feel like they had a game plan, they stuck to it for a little bit, and then they just kind of let it go. And I'm not really sure why that was. So, not the greatest. Like the Hag game, I think they had anywhere from 6 to 8 stacks at any given time after the first couple of minutes. This game, I don't think they had hardly any stacks. I think 5 might have been the max. They just never got any more, so tough. Also, you have to love that the 4% happened. I I can't remember the last time that a 4% actually resulted in a survivor getting out. Usually you see some kind of deliverance hatch play, but no, not here. You got the 4% and you got the body blocks to get out. Well, you got a body block and you got the heal tech, so well done. They did a good job. Survivors were very well coordinated, even if they were trying to, you know, go for some punishing plays with head on and such. I'm not even surprised. I've seen Iverson do that a couple times before where they they go for the head on to try and bully. And you know, go for it. If you can play a good game and still get some head-ons, go for it. I am down to see it. Oh man, this poor clown. Poor clown. But I think it's the only thing I don't like about this is barbecue. I'm personally not a fan of barbecue in competitive for the most part. I guess on Nurse you can kind of qualify or quantify it just because you need information to where you're going to go for your chase next. For Nurse, it's all about how you spend your time. You got to be chase to chase to chase. You should never spend your time not chasing. You should spend as much of your time in chase as possible because that's what you do. Nurse is chase. Clown chases but struggles with map pressure. I would have... okay, so Brutal Strength, Save the Best for Last, Pop. What would I have liked to have seen with these set of perks? You could have gone for Thrilling Tremors. I wouldn't have hated Thrilling Tremors here. Honestly, you could have tried to sneak in Devour Hope. Maybe Haunted Ground. I don't know, something to give you a little bit of edge. But I don't think barbecue is where I'd want to see it personally. Just, it doesn't get there for me. But again, that's just my perspective. I'm just not a huge fan of barbecue personally. So... yeah, they had a ton of pallets down.
I like it for pubs when you're trying to farm points, but as far as tracking, it's hit or miss. I would have brought, if I'm going to bring tracking, it's going to be something like Whispers, probably one of the strongest tracking perks in the game, or, you know, Spies from the Shadows is pretty good. I don't know if I'd bring that one per se, because it's a little bit hit or miss as well, but at the same time, can be really good in a chase. Also, what's the other one? I can't remember the name of. Oh, I'm All Ears. That's the other one. While you're in chase, really good, especially on a clown who's like anti-loop. Maybe you could use it around those taller walled buildings. Anyway, just a thought, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to be segueing into the last rules video, and then we'll be back in a second. You're going to say something when you come back. Sorry. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivors side earns their points, and let's look at all their objective score points, counting down from 5 generators. 5 and 4 are worth 1 point each. 3 and 2 gens are worth 2 points each, and 1 is worth 3 points. 1 escape is worth 1 point. 2 escapes is worth 2 points. 3rd escape is worth 4 points, and the 4th escape a total of 5 points. Every 16,000 scored is worth 1 point. First to hatch also gets 1 point. Survivor penalties: bringing banned or limited items, perks, or add-ons is minus 10 points. Changing build after reset is also minus 10 points. And starting with the wrong skin or avatar or a non-listed roster player is minus 5 points as well. All right, folks, we're going to be looking at how the survivor side... All right, folks, guess what? Guess who? We are back. Week 5 matchups, We Can't Loop versus DHOP, and we are watching them go head-to-head right this very second as we jump into the game. Trial number 4. It still says 3 at the top there. Let's try to get that fixed as soon as possible if we could. And there we go. They switch sides. We Can't Loop going to be killing this game with DHOP on Survivor, bringing a Deathslinger. Ooh, Deathslinger. Probably not a bad choice on this map either. And Deathslinger gets an early hit. Gets that injury, puts her in deep wounds. Very nice. I like the way he dropped, though. That was hilarious.
That was great.
Let's see if he can make some use out of this early on. He got that immediate hit. He has that early pressure. Not bad at all. And We Can't Loop now. They are scouring for that survivor. They see the blood on the ground. They do not seem to want to commit to that, though. They saw it go the other direction, and they seem to simply be ignoring that. Well, let's see if Goated Iverson can make some use out of that. 5 generators remaining. This one at about 60 to 70%. And currently we see Nia mending herself, but then gets caught again by Pirate Killer. Is he a pirate? That looks like a pirate outfit. Oh, I love that outfit. That's so cool looking. Ooh, and that was nice. You see him aiming right there, but Nia was careful not to show her face in the window. Really smart. She is going to vault this and does get hit in that second loop around, unfortunately, and she is going to go down right there. Very well played by Sir Pirate Iverson. And he is going to go get that hook with 1 generator completing as well. This one being at 60%, so we might even see 2 generators popping before he gets that hook. It's a pretty decently far away hook. Oh, but he wants the basement. We're getting some basement play again. I look forward to that. I think that'll be pretty epic. Let's see if he's able to pressure that basement. That's the thing about basement. As much as I love basement if it's close by and everything, if it's far away and it's out of your chase range, you're going to end up just losing any basement pressure and wasting that time going down into the basement to get the hook at all. Like, we've seen a lot of people do that in this league, where they will get the basement play and then just not pressure basement. But I don't know. We'll see how they play it. He is kind of sticking around it, so that's probably smart. Like I said, you want to pressure it. So he is staying nearby, pressuring the basement entrance. Very good. 2 generators do complete in that time, though, and if I were these survivors, I might just be ignoring this. If I see him over there, if I know he's over there, I might just ignore this and keep doing gens at this point. Ooh, but Francis does get caught out. He's gonna go for the Francis, gonna go for the chase. Francis is gonna try to lead him away from the killer shack, but he's not taking the bait. He's gonna stay nearby. He sees another survivor. I think that's actually still Francis, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, he's just committing. He is committing to going down there to get the unhook. He goes around the side, the back end, does a very good job, does get the shot through the Nia. What the hell? What?
Okay.
Jeez, that was interesting. I didn't expect that at all.
No. I know that Hag's vomit, or not Hag's, Plague's vomit goes through the hooked survivor, but I did not realize that the Deathslinger's
right.
That's weird. That's weird.
Right, that is weird. That is very weird. So, continuing the chase, he's going to commit to the Francis for the moment, and then I think Deathslinger actually decided to break away and said he... Oh, did he see that one? Oh, you did see her. You were just waiting for her to look away. Now, what did you have to say, Rue? Also, what now?
I have heard this outfit being described to me as the devil's onesie.
I love these little, like, the survivors popping their head in and out. That's so cute. You know what they're doing? Oh, my God, but he gets the hit anyway.
Oh, that God.
They are cracked. This guy is cracked. He is a good shot, a sharpshooter, you might say. But I love watching the little survivors poke their heads in and out because it looks like little prairie dogs, and they're just so cute. But that was a fantastic play right there. Getting that shot right by that pallet. Even with her ducking, it didn't really matter. Those hitboxes did not get in the way. He's not a pirate. It looked like a pirate outfit. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Now that I see it up close, I'm like, oh, he's not a pirate. He's like a devil. Okay. Well, anyway.
Do what you want.
The survivors about to finish another gen. 4 generators off the map right now, and we're going to see a 5th on the way, I'm pretty sure. It may not be long now, but Deathslinger does have some pressure. He has a little bit of basement pressure, but only 2 hooks. Even with all he did with those shots, only getting 2 hooks, not ideal. And one thing we're not seeing, by the way, also, no save the best for last, which, by the way, is huge on Deathslinger, and I would have really liked to see that. He does have the faster reload, which is good, but with the save the best for last, it's even faster. And unfortunately, a Styptic agent, though, going to give Ash Black the chance to go back down into the basement, get the unhook, and is he going to be saved? Is he going to be all right? Maybe. He tries to bait the hit for the borrowed time. I don't know if I'd commit to it that hard. I would go ahead and say it's time to go. If he's not going to give you the hit, don't take it. Get your momentum that you can with your regular running speed and get out. As Deathslinger's not committing, he does get Ash Black down, though, which could be a problem for sure. And he is not committing to the Kate Daytara, able to get out of the basement and away. Probably going to heal up now as they finish that last generator. There it goes. There it goes.
Is this basement Deathslinger? I just saw Iron Grasp.
Yeah, this is basement. I was going to kind of keep it secret, but that is Iron Grasp with agitation, and he's doing basement Deathslinger. We also see Noed in play, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, he's got Noed. I know you guys can't see it yet, but he's going to use it pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. Or at least try to. He's able to get some use out of it. He's got speed boost. Yeah, you can see him moving faster as well. I was wondering if anybody caught that. And he does get the down on the other girl here, Nia. Young Flex taking it down, and he is not yet picking her up. I don't know what he's waiting for. Oh, he wants to pressure that basement some more.
Uh-oh.
Gotta be careful here, guys. You do not want to throw the game right here just by giving him a bunch of hooks at the end. Be very, very careful how you play this. Bill is doing exactly that, being a little bit immersed as he's very carefully going to try to work his way into the basement, but knowing, though, the killer could be nearby at any moment. Waiting very patiently before he picks up. Also, she's kind of hanging out by a pallet, which could also be risky if they're nearby. So they do get the unhook. Bill gets the unhook on Francis. Francis would be dead on hook if he got shot again. It'd be something that would be really nice to see for Desslinger, I'm sure. And then Nia working her way towards the gate. I don't know why he's not picking him up. I can't imagine why. Okay, he does
really
pick him up
confused.
finally now. I think he was like trying to like see if he can get another hit with Noed, but the survivors were not showing themselves. And they are going to get out just in time. Oh. No, only one of them got out. We see Blood Warden in play. Only one survivor got out as he got the hook. Blood Warden play by the killer. And we also do know that Noed is still in play. He sees these survivors hanging around inside the gate.
Oh, no.
He might actually be able to get Kate down. He's going to get her down very quick here. Here we go. A down on Kate. Boom. Where is the Francis right now? Francis, where are you? He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. He is just running the hell away. Maybe trying to get the unhook on Young Flex, who's on the other side of the map. And he's going to get a second hook on Daytara. He is playing this very well. And we do now see also Francis going to run to the other exit with Desslinger. And I don't know if he's going for the unhook. I don't think he is. I think he is just going for the exit gate, then the unhook. Yeah, he is, and he's going to get pressured again by Desslinger. Desslinger coming around the corner. I don't know if he can do this. No, he's going to get the hit. Desslinger's going to come around to the outside, gets the down on him, and that is another down. A third hook on Ash Black coming in very soon. Jesus Christ, what a turnaround for Desslinger in this late game. With that late game Noed Blood Warden build, we haven't really seen that effectively used, or used really ever, I don't think. That combo specifically getting used in this league so far. That really worked so well. If Bill hadn't gotten out, it could have been even a 4-man. If Bill hadn't have gotten out, it was literally like 1 extra second would have bought them the time they needed to get out. They were so close to all getting out, and then just suddenly, no, not so much.
What was this game?
Oh, absolutely phenomenal. I think what I love about it is that while it was kind of a meme build, it was played really, really effectively. Goated Iverson got a ton of use out of that endgame Noed Blood Warden combo. And then also, what was it, like 3 basement hooks with Iron Grasp Agitation? Just really well done. Really well done.
Good grief. Iverson is goated. Good grief. I can't even say anything on this build. Yes, meme build, beautifully executed. Like everything, you don't like. I can guarantee you, the survivors did not see Blood Warden. They're like, oh, he probably has. Like I smelled Noed a mile away with Iron Grasp Agitation. You probably take Noed, but you got Blood Warden. It worked. Good grief.
I feel bad because I knew
it.
the entire game it was coming because I could see the perks. I'm the one running the stream, but I had to keep it secret. And I was like, and when I said Noed, I almost scared myself because I was like, did I give it all away? No, I only talked about Noed. I didn't talk about Blood Warden yet. Anyway, let's do the post-game review and we'll be right back. And before I forget, Warden's Keys, tin oil can, just so you guys know what the add-ons are. All right, be back in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, jeez. We are watching the Week 5 matchups of We Can't Loop versus DHOP. This was your trial number 4. Vigo's court is now closing soon, but before we do, let's take a look at some highlights and talk about this match that just happened. 5 generators getting done in trial number 4 with 1 man escape. Unfortunately, Bill was the only one to get out with 6 hooks. Not bad at all. And a total of 3 kills. Fantastic. Well done. And we're going to see 85-46. We Can't Loop taking the W tonight. I mean, they already won. Let's be real. We knew that already. They are convicted of murder. It is official, folks. And we're going to be seeing some post-game highlights. Rue, talk a little bit about it and then take us out, will you?
Oh, man. You know the way that they were treating this game, that they were 100% going to have Noah. They were just going after hooks, playing the basement game, making them make really, really dodgy saves from the basement. And then the Noed came down. I was really confused at first because I was like, what is going on? Why are they not, hooking the Nia? And then it all made sense. They were really waiting for that exit gate to open and then immediately hooked them. Just, oh, man. I think, you know what? I think the survivors maybe even got the hint, like, wait, why haven't they hooked Nia? Why haven't they hooked Nia? It's like, wait. Oh, this guy might have, Blood Warden. Okay, open the exit gate and immediately run out. And they were all ready to run out, but only one of them got out. Oh, my goodness. Everything came together so perfectly for Iris, and Heroes crazy. The survivors did well. They went through, did the gens, even cleansing a couple of dull totems. But the Noed still got them. My goodness, just I don't even know what I can comment here. Just perfect execution on it. Can you imagine getting the 3K at the end there? I did not see that coming. I would imagine it'd been a 1 or 2K, and then still catching everyone out of position. The only person that left the bill was the person he had no hooks on anyway. So getting the extra second and third hooks in the progression, everybody, solid job. Even if the points ended up coming out in the end, just phenomenal gameplay from the standpoint of a Deathslinger. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I can't get these shots. This guy's goated. So, also, I appreciate using the new cosmetic. This is definitely my favorite Deathslinger cosmetic out of the entire bunch. I'm glad they gave him a cosmetic that doesn't look like some kind of weird Western thing. I'm glad they branched out a bit. So, that's all I have to say on that. Also, did you know you could actually mix and match this onesie? It's not a full set. It's you can mix and match, and it looks really weird when you do. Let's just say it that. So, oh man, fantastic job. I loved this. This is the place where you would take agitation. This is a build you would definitely take agitation on, and it works, and I like that. So, this is a great game to end week 5 on. Let's just put it that way. I enjoyed this way too much at the end here because this is what I wish I could do. I've never actually gotten Blood Warden Noed to work, and now I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to try this out from now on. So, that was fun. I enjoyed it. That was a great way to end the week. So, Poggy, where'd you go?
Camera. I became
that
a HUD.
game was so great it broke Poggy. That's how good that game was.
That is the mock-up of the new DBD UI. Just, backwards letters, a bunch of weird symbols. Yeah. I've been working on it really hard.
Too real for me. Oh man.
Take us out, Rue, would you?
I don't know about you. What?
Take us out. Take us out.
Okay. Take us out. All right,
It's almost midnight. People are tired.
It is almost midnight. Oh man, I'm exhausted. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. This has been week 5 of Vigo's Court signing out. This was We Can't Loop versus DHOP. We Can't Loop coming out on top with a decisive victory. Thank you for watching. I've been your Judge Little Rugard. This has been Counselor Poggy, and we will see you Wednesday for more games. Tune in then. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great evening, everybody.
One day you'll learn how to segue, I promise.
So before the first gen even pops, trying to bait out a hit there, but not able to get it. Ricky's AT able to get away. That was a missed decisive strike. And that is an insta-down.